Hi, Michelle here, and I'm inviting you to wake up and live. Okay, so today I want to talk to you about your goals, your intentions, and one of the best ways to get there. You can do a lot of techniques, but this is kind of my favorite, and because it's such an intuitive process. So I'm going to be linking. Is it here or here? It's up here, I think. It comes up on this side. I tried to pay attention to that, so I know. I'm going to be linking the link to my video about how to connect to the light. Connect above, connect below, connect around, you expand out. So I'm going to link that video so you can watch that, because that's the first step in the process. Make sure you get connected and make sure you're in an intuitive space. Now, when you are in the space where you are expanded and whole and beautiful and wonderful, and you are in this beautiful space of you, I want you to start asking some questions. So what is it that you want? That's the first thing you need to know. What do you want to create? Do you want to create some money? Do you want to create a sweetheart? Do you want to create a business venture? You can do it the old-fashioned way. Let's say you want to do a business thing, and you've been told a few different ways to do this. And one approach, I actually like this approach, and I do it with my intuition. So this isn't something, get into the space no matter what approach you take, so that you are engaging in your intuition to do this. But one of the ways is to desire that big outcome, and then, what do they call that? I don't know. It's where they take it apart and they break it down into steps. Okay, so that's one way to do it. It's a very intellectual way to do it. If you bring in the intuition, then it's pretty powerful to break it down that way. Reverse engineer it. That's the word. So you can reverse engineer it. There's another way, and this way, in my mind, is more powerful. And it keeps you very present and focused in the now. So you decide, say you want to make $300 because you have a specific thing that you're going for, and you're like, how do I make $300 for that thing? So you get in your connective state, and you're going to ask, what would it take to make $300? Or maybe it's $300,000 or whatever it is for you. What would it take is what you're going to ask. Or what did it, sometimes you can ask, what did it take? Sometimes that's powerful for you to go to the as if it's already happened stage. So you can ask, what did it take, or what would it take? So what would it take to create $300? Now here's what can happen. Sometimes you will get an answer and it's awesome. Yay for answers. Sometimes you will just, maybe if you're sensitive to energy changing, you'll have, like I get yawns or shivers. Maybe something like that will happen. And then you just know something happened. And you can, if that shiveries happen, you can either leave it there or you can ask again. I've done both. I'm going to share an example of a time when I didn't get an answer, but something happened. I was wanting our pantry cleaned out, but I had a list of to-dos, and the pantry did not fit in on my list of to-dos. So I just looked at the pantry and I'm like, what would it take to get this cleaned up and reorganized? And I felt the shifts, but I didn't get an answer. And instead of asking more questions, I just went on with my day. The next day, my mom, who we share a home, she out of nowhere decided to clean up the pantry, and she cleaned it and organized it. It didn't even take me. I used to ask the question, how can I? And I think how can I is a pretty powerful question, but it's very much about yourself, and like you have to do it. So how can I opens up a lot of possibilities. But you still, instead of looking here, there's like, oh, I got this way and this way, you can ask, how can I? And it opens the possibilities. When you ask, what would it take? It takes, here's the possibilities that have I around them. And here's all the other possibilities in that like sphere of possibilities, because you've got like this pie wedge thing. That's the I, what you can do. And all of this other stuff is the things that other people can do for you. And that's where my mom cleaning it was outside of this, how can I? So if I would have asked, how can I would have created it that I had to clean out that closet to get it done. But because I asked, what would it take? It actually cleaned it out so that or it brought in so that my mom would be inspired to do that. So that's one of the things that can happen when you ask the question, is that you will actually get you won't necessarily hear an answer every time. If you do want to hear an answer and you don't hear an answer the first time, but you feel like their energy is changing, ask again. And sometimes you will get told, be patient, or it's under control, or it's happening, and that will let you know that it's not about you, or it's not the timing for you to know. So sometimes when you ask the question, you get answers. Most of the time you'll get answers, I think. And so what happens is you get an answer and you're like, great, but I have no clue how to do that. Yay! That just means that you get to ask another question. So let's say it's, okay, I'm going to use an example. I asked how to make $1 million, and it was to make 1,000 YouTube videos. So what if I didn't know how to make a YouTube video, or I didn't have the things necessary to make a YouTube video? What would I do? That would be kind of one of those things like, I don't even know how to do that. Or like, say you got told to write a book. I don't know how to write a book. If you don't know how, so you ask the question again. Okay, so what would it take to make 1,000 YouTube videos? Or what would it take to write a book? And you keep going, you keep asking again and again and again until you can get something you can act on. So keep going until you get something you can act on, or you're told that it's being taken care of some other way. So that's what you need to do. And if it's being taken care of some other way, then say thank you and move on to another subject, because now you're just going to allow that to happen. And so you're going to move on to another subject, and you're going to now ask for another thing, because you want to find an action step you can take right now. Now here's the crazy thing. Sometimes your action step is go to a park, or play with your kids, or watch TV for a while, which seems bizarre, but sometimes it's a good thing. What if you got the action step, go on Facebook for 15 minutes? So you set your timer and go on Facebook for 15 minutes. And lo and behold, somebody posts something that is exactly what you needed. If you wouldn't have listened and you wouldn't have gone on Facebook for whatever reasons, you're like, but it's not time for me to be on Facebook, or if I get on Facebook, I'll get distracted, whatever. If you hadn't gone on Facebook, you may have missed your answer. Sometimes going to the park. Sometimes it's about allowing yourself to just relax and play, because that's an important part of being, is enjoying your life, loving your life. So sometimes that's what it is for you to just get some rest, or for you to be out in nature, or whatever. And sometimes it's because you're going to meet somebody at the park, because there is a divine power in charge, and they're going to bring everybody together. So, and just be aware of that whatever action step you get, take it, because you never know what it will take. It may just be because you need to relax for a while. There's been times that I've been told to put it away, and I'm like, oh no, I don't want to put it away. I had this happening with my website. It was like, it's not working. What would it take to get this to work? Put it away and go to bed. Dang it. I don't want to put it away. I want to get it done. In the morning, I had an idea of exactly what I needed to do. I was able to go on, get it fixed like that. So sometimes it is just because you need to step out of it for a while. So just be aware that when you get those kind of answers, just do it. Just do it. Just trust it. Just trust yourself. Trust the intuition. Trust that you've already connected, so you know what you're doing, and it's all good. Okay? Trust it. And with that, I would love it if you would like this video. If there was anything beneficial to you, comment below. Let me know how it goes for you. Ask the question. Tell me how it goes. And let's see, like, comment, subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. And I think I'm over here, my face. And hit the bell so that you get the notifications of when I upload a new video. And share it. Share the video with somebody. Remember to wake up and live and let your soul shine bright. And I will see you tomorrow.